going to be a full house on a lot of people to present on Thursday. Would anybody like to present now so they can relax on Thursday? Rose, Zeneda, Robinson, Marlene, Volodymyr, Lancine, anybody? Anybody? Okay. All right, let's go over the letter writing assignment. All right, so just what we did in class yesterday, we're going to read the instructions. And if you have your notes from class yesterday, please take those out. That'll come in handy. I gave you several vocabulary words, and that'll definitely come in handy now. All right, so this is due March 6th. That's next week. And this is letters to senator and district reps. I'll actually reword this. Letters to Senate, same thing, but just for semantics. To Senate and district representatives. All right. Do we have a volunteer to read the first part of the instructions? Same thing we went over in class yesterday. Any volunteer?
Can I read, teacher?
I
Go
can,
for it,
teacher.
Jim.
Okay.
Yep, you can start.
Who? Can I start?
Yep. Yes, please.
Okay, we will go over this in class during the next few weeks. This assignment requires turning in 2 documents. Each student will write a letter to their local Senate and district representative. This is an important civics exercise for all students. Use the resources below to find your local district and Senate representative and use the templates to write personalized letters to those representatives.
Very good. What does this mean, a civic exercise? The word
Teacher, is a lesson about the rules and the law for the behavior of the people in your country, in your city, and relation for the respect and good life in the or activity in this city or country.
You're onto something. The word civic, it's rooted in Latin and it means citizen. And you might also have similar words. What does it mean to be civil? What is that?
Civil?
Yeah, what does it mean to be civil?
It's like a public, like
What is civil?
government, public, I don't know, civic or civic. Civil is like civil or civic. Teacher.
Well, the word civic, it's taken from a Latin word citizen, but we use a lot of these words in English from the same root word. The word civil, it's an adjective, to be civil, or this is a noun. Civilization.
It's like a citizen.
Civil, to be civilized. Or to have civic exercises, civic activities.
Civil.
All these English words are kind of rooted in Latin, and it's this idea of being a citizen. What does that mean?
It's like respectful about the consideration about the country,
Hmm.
teacher.
It's kind
It's
of
a
evolved.
people, it's a people in the one country. For example, civil war, it's a war between one people in the one country.
Right. So if we use it in the context of that word, a civil war, that means like internal, a war within. In the context of these words, this is the same in French, and I believe Spanish and Portuguese too. To be civilized, what Adriano was talking about is like being kind and considerate towards one another. But in the context of this, a civic exercise, what is a civil? What's a civic exercise?
I think take part in the community affairs,
Say it again, Rose.
take part to a community affairs,
Yeah, to take part in that. Say that last part again.
community.
To take part in the community. Yes.
Yeah, the obligatory you have for the country or for the each other.
Ah, very good. So something obligatory. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. I'm gonna if I am driving a car, this we do it a lot, we don't even think about it. If I'm driving a car and I see a traffic light and I see here is one light is red. We all know this, but we don't even think about it. One light is yellow and one light is green. Do I just drive wherever I want, whenever I want, or do I wait for the green light and stop at the red light?
We have to stop when the red light.
Exactly. So yeah, this is called a civic exercise. Why do we stop when we see a red light?
It's when you have to do the rules.
Yeah, we have rules, order. Why do we have these and this is exact. I'm going to use the word that Odney said, obligatory.
Obligatory.
I like that word. Good job, Odney. I wasn't even thinking about introducing that word.
I
So
think,
to be
thank
obliged.
you.
Why are we obliged to stop at a red light and wait for a green light? Why can't we just go where we want to go when we want to go?
Permit for the green.
Why?
You continue.
No, my question is why?
Oh.
We engage in civic activities all the time, but we don't even think about it. Does anybody ever lived somewhere where people don't stop at red lights? People just go where they want, when they want?
Avoid for the breakout incur the civil people in the street or
Well, I'm asking a question to everybody. Has anyone ever lived somewhere where people don't follow rules? People just do what they want. The traffic light is there. If it's red, green, yellow, people just go. Who cares?
yes.
You've lived in a place
They
like
don't
this?
practice about the civic exercise because they
Who is they? Tell us.
the people, I don't know, it's not responsibility about the obligation.
I'm asking, have you experienced this, Adriana?
Yeah, I have experience about some drivers go ahead when the light red it's on.
Nice. Is there a recourse of any kind when you see people, you want to cross and people are driving and they almost hit you? Is there, what do you do when something like this could happens?
I don't know what's going on when people is crazy. It's not, they not okay because they don't care about the others. It's like a bad citizen.
So are you talking about people in the neighborhood you live in right now? Or a place you lived before?
No, in USA, I can see some driver. They're not. They across in the car when the red is on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This exercise might be very good for you because what you can do is write your local congressperson and report what you see.
Okay.
And that's actually what this exercise is for. So what Adriana is doing is she's expressing a concern that she has about where she lives. You might say to you might write a letter to your local representative saying, my name is Adriana Baez. I live in district blah, blah, blah. And I notice a lot of drivers do not stop at red lights. It is very dangerous. We need more and then and make
About my experience, this is okay.
Yeah, this is
My,
an example of what you might want to talk about when you write to your local congressperson.
sometimes I saw,
What you're gonna
yeah,
say?
yeah. Sometimes I saw people don't stop more in the sign stop and the sign stop, but the light stop is not frequently. It's not frequently, but more time I saw the people don't stop and stop sign. Stop sign. It's dangerous too. The stop sign.
Nice. And you have little kids, don't you? Oh, Adi, you have one or two little kids?
Two, I have two.
Yeah. Do you worry when they go outside?
Yeah.
So Adni and Adriana, you might have a specific concern to write your local representative in this regard. The next part of the assignment is this. We'll be sure to turn this in because we'll print these out in school and address the letters by hand to do what?
To deliver them to the
Yes, so everybody's going to have two letters, one to their local district representative, one to their local state, or to their state representative, the Senate, and deliver them to the State House. So this is we're going to practice a civic exercise, writing your local congressperson, and we're going to deliver them together to the State House. It's a great practice in civic education.
Okay. Okay.
So this will be a good experience. Now, right here, we have a template and it's a sample letter and you can change it to make it your own. And that's to your Senate rep. And this is a sample letter to your district rep. We went over the three branches of government yesterday in class and we'll do that again. And towards the end of class today, we're going to practice finding local legislators, finding Senate members. Before we take our break, I'm going to show everybody the images that I gave you in class yesterday. And this is where you might want to take some notes. I'm also recording this class for this reason. So a little review. In this country, we have three branches of government. Many of the places you're from are similar, but here's some vocabulary words. Okay. One branch is everybody follow me? Legislative.
legislative.
It's the tough word. Legislative.
Legislative.
Very good. One branch is the executive.
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 Exact.
And one branch is the judicial.
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 Very good. So,
Judicial.
very good. Judicial.
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 Mouthful.
Judicial.
Judicial.
But
So-
the executive is the federal like president government is the executive.
Well, the executive branch, that's a great question, Audney. The executive branch is the president and the vice president.
Vice president, no government, the government no.
Well, it's the head of the government. The chief executive officer is the executive. Right now,
Okay.
that's President Trump is the executive branch.
Okay.
And so the president and vice president, that's the executive branch.
Mhm.
Guess what the judicial branch is?
But the governor of each state, what the branch is?
Guess what the judicial branch is?
Judicial. Okay.
And you can figure it out when you look at the word judicial. What does that word look like?
Like
Judge.
here you can see judge.
Judge, right. Good job, Ezekiel. Nice. It looks like the word judge,
Yeah.
or the word like adjudicate, judge, judicial. That's a way to remember what judicial means.
Judicial. Okay.
Judicial, judge, and the Supreme Court. So like we have a book of a rule book in this country. Guess what it's called?
Constitution.
Yeah, we have a constitution. The judicial branch interprets the Constitution. So the Constitution sometimes changes. There are new amendments added over the course of, over 200 years. The Constitution changes, but it's the judicial branch that interprets what the Constitution actually means. So the interpretation of laws is what the judicial branch does. And these two work together because the executive branch appoints members to the Supreme Court. So what a law actually means, that's decided by the judicial branch, and the various presidents over years appoint members to the judicial branch. The branch of government that we'll be interacting with is the legislative branch, and that is Congress. So the people who make the laws.
It makes laws.
They make laws, the legislative branch, that's Congress. So we'll be writing to local congresspersons. And I wrote this yesterday. Guess which branch of government that is? That's Congress. We did that yesterday, so you don't have to guess again. So your Senate and your district representative. I ended class yesterday looking at differences between the two, but this will help everybody kind of figure it out. I put this chart in the WhatsApp group. I know it's a little bit small, but I put it in the WhatsApp group. You can blow it up if you like. I'll actually open up the WhatsApp group, the picture on WhatsApp from yesterday, just to, hold on a second. That's a little slow. I'll bring it back to the slide. Okay. So what's important to remember when you're distinguishing your district representative versus your local Senate rep, there's the U.S. Congress, and there's what's called the House of Representatives, and then there's the Senate. The Senate has 100 members, 2 from each state. So 2 senators per state. But depending on population, there are roughly 435 voting members of the House. And that's because there are local district representatives. So it's about time for our Oh, yeah, let's take a break right now. But I'm going to put the timer on. And if you want, I'm going to challenge everybody to try to find their local Senate representative